back to the 2003 Winston Cup Series in NASCAR Racing 2003, and the wait is finally over. We have finally delivered a good result, and after our heroics at Martinsville, I feel like we're long overdue a good result on a speedway, and fortunately, I really love racing at Fontana. Officially called the California Speedway and latterly the Auto Club Speedway, the facility was built in 1997 and both kart and NASCAR ran races there in that very first year. In fact, NASCAR committed to running races at the California Speedway back in 1994 when they just announced it was going to be built, which marks the first time in history that NASCAR committed to running a race at a track that had yet to be built. While open-wheeled racing hasn't visited the facility consistently since 2005, albeit, say, for a brief revival in 2012 to 2015, NASCAR has remained there consistently, running 33 races at the time of filming, the most recent winner being Kyle Busch, the younger brother of Kurt Busch. As it's located in California, the track is often used for filming purposes, 2000's Charlie's Angels, Herbie Fully Loaded, and more recently, Ford vs Ferrari, where the track was used as a stand-in for Daytona, to name a few. Sadly, the track was closed in 2023 to be reconfigured as a short track that's been described as like a mash-up of Martinsville and Bristol. Now, I'm not knowledgeable enough to know if that's really a good idea, or if I should comment. All I know is I really love this version of the track, and it's a shame to see it go. And from the reaction I've seen elsewhere, I feel like that sentiment is somewhat shared. As mentioned, this is one of the few tracks that I've actually run on a fair bit before we've come to do this round of the playthrough. I would say it shows, but I usually do quite well in practice, and we are up by 6/10. But I feel really confident, I've got to say. My personal best time, which got shown during the lap preview, is a 39.580. That's actually done with the default base qualifying setup, which I would not have dreamed of using when I first started on this game. I just found it way too loose. I've got a bit of a dilemma. That time, 39.7 was set with my race setup, which is again fast setup tweaked, just made a little bit tighter, a bit more stable for the race. I then ran the qualifying setup again and could only do 39.9. So for qualifying, do I run the setup that's the quickest I've run today, or do I run the setup that I know I can go quickest at, full stop? I might go for the quali setup. And with that in mind, I'm going to aim for, and this might be me getting like way too ahead of myself because I've had one good race, and it's Fontana, but I'm going to say top 10 as qualifying target. I might be humbled, I often am. So conditions are similar to qualifying as they were in practice. It's clear, it's 74 degrees Fahrenheit. Didn't really pay much attention to the wind direction and speed, which to be fair I probably should do, because that will have a bit of an effect, but holding it at no lower than 160 miles an hour through turns 1 and 2. I could probably take that a bit quicker. I want to hit 190 by the end of this straight. I do, just got to use that little bump to help rotate the car in. Stay to the inside, power down as early as possible. It's an okay lap, it's certainly not the quickest I can do. Let's see what it is. No, okay. I hit the 39s really. That was a messy first start of the lap. Come on. It's a good angle though through 3 and 4, if not a messy entry. Good power out. Ooh, okay, 39.8. Yes! Forget being a practice merchant, I'm becoming a bit of a quali merchant. By just over a tenth of a second from Ryan Newman, Sterling Marlin in third, Jimmy Johnson in fourth, and Dale Jr. in fifth. The qualifying times really do vary at Fontana. Sometimes they are in like the mid to low 39s. Sometimes, like you see, only 2 cars have got into the 39s. And that's with the difficulty I'm running at, not changing it. So, the real 2003 Auto Club 500. After 9 different winners from the 9 races so far, Rusty Wallace, Jamie McMurray and Bill Elliott were all fighting to make it 10 different winners in 10. Rusty Wallace led the most laps on the day, he didn't get the job done. Jamie McMurray was leading with 12 to go, he didn't get the job done. Kurt Busch became the first repeat winner of 2003, coming home ahead of another 2003 winner, Bobby Labonte. 9 different winners in the first 10 races is still not to be sniffed at. It's pretty good. I also want to mention Steve Park, who got pole for this event, and he was having a bit of a hard time. You see, he got injured in a Busch Series race back in Darlington 2001, and he was struggling to get back to his form after recovering from that injury. And it was looking like he was going to lose his drive with Dale Earnhardt Incorporated. So this pole came at a really good time for him. It seemed like, okay, maybe this could be the turning of the tide. Unfortunately, he lost the lead on lap 1 and then crashed out. So it wasn't great. After round 11, Steve Park lost his drive with DEI and he was effectively traded to Richard Childress Racing. Without his injury in 2001, Steve Park's career might have looked very, very different indeed. And that's why friend of the channel Corvin is doing a 2003 playthrough, getting justice for Steve Park. At the time of recording, he's already done his race at Fontana. Do watch it. There was probably going to be much more competent driving over there than what you get here. And the reason I bring it up is not just because you should watch it and it's great, but also in a couple of rounds' time, there's going to be something of a multiversal event. So keep an eye out for that. Now, as much as it seems like a worthy cause, Steve Park was the man who tipped us out of the lead at Texas, essentially cost us the win. So to be honest, I couldn't give 2 shits about the man. So there's a chance that this could go like Texas, where I could, if I've got the race pace, which I think I have, I've obviously not put in a proper happy hour time yet because I've been too busy talking about Steve Park. But I reckon I could win this. I love this circuit so much, so I do want to make targets. The first time I've ever said it, I would like to win the Auto Club 500. I can do it. Let's just manage the race.
Drivers, start your engines.
The weather it's actually slightly warmer by a few degrees for the race. And I love the look of those tyre temperatures. That's great. That's fantastic. Just like Martinsville, I've topped every session. But that means absolutely nothing. I'm also going to attempt starting in first gear. Don't want to get swallowed up, but you know what I'm like. Oh, it's a tidy start. We don't get swallowed up. Newman's got the outside. And is Newman going to have gotten the point for leading? Oh dear. Who cares about that right now? Focus. Turn 1 and 2. Hook the inside. And we have dropped. Okay, stay calm. Mid-corner speed is excellent. Let's come straight back. Here we go. Johnson looking at Newman. It is mid-corner. We seem to have all the pace. We weren't really reining them in on the back straight. I feel like wide, that's okay. No, it's not okay, I was poor. Fortunately, it's not allowing Burton, is it behind me? Yeah, Jeff Burton, Sterling Marlin fighting behind me in the slipstream with Johnson. Come on, power down. This is it. That's it, getting the wheel tracks. That's it, stay low. Very slow mid-corner. It's just now, when I put my foot down, the slipstream helps us, but in terms of straight line speed, we're not incredible. I feel like get back into the lead, we might struggle to pull away like we did in Texas, but now let's see if we can make a move. I want to cut to the inside. That's not good enough. Oh, Johnson. Got a hell of a run out of that final corner. Okay. This is the place to make the moves. That's good, that's good. Come on. Come on, slipstream, help us along. Drift a little bit wide. Get on the throttle first, which we do. Okay, now let's see what it's like when we're the ones punching a hole through the air. To be fair, the way we get through 3 and 4 has helped us with some time, and we do lead. Got to take these corners well, because that's where we make the time, just getting 0.3 of a second through 1 and 2. Okay, 19 laps. Yeah, that's fine. Shush. Put me off then, that was a terrible line. So lap 28-29 is when the fuel's going to run out. But obviously people are going to start going in before then. How are tyres looking? Outsides are wearing a fair bit. It's obviously quite high speed. Might just go for the outsides again. I think that might be the move. So lap 19 is the halfway point. Any time after lap 19 I could consider going in. Wow, that gap seemed to go up. That was a really good lap. It's still not my best lap of the race. Okay. Remain calm. Still plenty of ways for me to f this up yet, so let's just stay cool. In fact, where's Steve Park? Stay the f away from me. Okay. A couple of untidy corners there. What's going on? Outsides are definitely... Still don't know what to do about the insides though, that's the big question. Sterling Marlin has gone into second place ahead of Ryan Newman. So we are well into the halfway point. There's only 6 laps of fuel remaining. Tyres, ooh, definitely having to manage those a little bit more. I imagine everyone is. So everyone's pace is dropping slightly. Not seeing anyone in yet. I'm sure it's going to happen soon. Is when do I go in? So 5 laps of fuel to go. I could go any time now. My pit window is now. And maybe if I go in early and get it out of the way, I might feel okay about that. While I've got some nice clear air. And I might play it safe and change all 4. The longer I leave it, the more likely it is that you know, the pack will go in. I might do it this lap. One can, all tyres, adjust all. Okay. Oh, we're seeing for the first time some people ahead of me, although maybe they are in the pits. Maybe it's happening now. Let's just do it nice and gentle.
Keep it under 55. Keep it under 4,000.
Yeah, there are some people in the pits under 55. Keeping one eye on that speedo. The fact there is no pit limiter in this game. Right, let's hit our marks as well. It's been a problem. Ooh! There we go, we do hit the marks. No damage, all 4 tyres, cars coming in behind me, here we go. Go, 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 go.
Go, go, go! Yes, we nailed that stop. Great work, guys. Okay, you're clear of pit lane.
You know what? Yes, agreed. I think you did. Good work, guys. Right. Let's nail the exit now. Nice and gentle.
Okay, merge when you can.
And have we done this without even losing the lead? Gap back to Jeff Gordon is 2 seconds. As careful as we ease into it. Perfect. Come on. Let's just start switching these tyres on though. Because everyone's going to be a bit quicker, and in fact, is the gap only 2 seconds back to Jeff Gordon? It is. So in a minute, Dale Jarrett and Jeff Gordon fighting behind us, about 2 seconds away. We're not leaving them yet. It's about 17 seconds up the road to Jimmy Johnson, who we were fighting with in the early stages. Something going wrong with him. Poor Steve Park in 35th. Gordon is catching us. Right. shut up.
We got just 10 more to go.
40.8. Okay, I'm not doing my quickest laps. Come on. Don't panic, but obviously I need to keep running because Gordon is not leaving us alone. Come on, that's better. It's more like it. Been driving so much in tyre conserve mode, needs a little bit of a wake-up call then, just to, you know, running around with the tyres kind of going off and being a bit lazy on the lines. It was fine before, but Jeff Gordon is going to keep me honest. That's it. Let's put a second on Gordon in that lap alone. Needed to turn it on, and we turned it on. And we have 4 laps to go. We're only just starting to see the rear end of the field. Don't think we'll catch them, which is perfectly fine with me. Well, the tyres, they're okay. All good. I'm pushing slightly less now. We've got that gap between us and Gordon. No point in over pushing it in these final few laps.
Last lap. You're the man. Come on, bring it home.
Well, it's nice after the yellow flag finish in Martinsville that we can cross the line at racing speed after the early blip. Today was the sort of race that I think drivers love because it was just to plan and clinical, but spectators may slightly hate because of how to plan it was. But it's long overdue, a win on a speedway, and I'm so glad it's here because I love this circuit. We win at Fontana. The season's back. I mean, the season didn't go anywhere.
What a finish! Hey, dinner's on me.
I like this guy buys me dinner when I win. He knows the key to my heart. Right, let's see if I can do a burnout without tagging the wall. Is it customary I do it on the grass of the tri-oval? I don't know. Do it near the fans to begin with and see where we end up.
The race is over.
This is... What do you mean the yellow flag is out? I'm celebrating. Tit. For the second race in a row, we show our muscle, and this time at California, we beat Jeff Gordon home by just over 7 seconds from Rusty Wallace, Dale Jarrett and Kyle Petty. For the second race in a row, it's Jeff Gordon, the main person that we've been fighting. Consistency is king, and that consistency means Jeff Gordon leads by 133 points from Dale Jarrett, Jimmy Johnson in third. He was up there, and he's dropped right down, so he's really struggled. Dale Jr. in fourth, Ryan Newman in fifth, and he started second, and he sunk out of the top 10, so Jeff Gordon capitalising on everyone else's misfortune there. So it's another gain of places, but not as many as last time. We go up to 22nd, again, season high. We have got a bit of a gap ahead of us up to Jimmy Spencer and Jeff Green, so we're going to have to keep the consistency up if we want to finally break into the top 20. It's big steps in the right direction. I'm so happy we've gone ahead of Benson, McMurray, Andretti, and Ward Burton. Now, as much as I'm happy about the momentum that we've built up, I'm worried that the next track might ruin some of that momentum, because I've spoken to multiple people who said they hate Richmond. Apparently my arms are going to hurt once it's done, because it's just constantly that. I know most NASCAR tracks are, but usually you get to do that for a bit. But this one is just almost a general lazy, listing lazily to the left. Hopefully you will join me next time for the Pontiac Excitement 400, which is just such a NASCAR name. We've not had pretty reserved names so far, but the Pontiac Excitement 400, that is textbook NASCAR. But as ever, thank you so much for watching. Remember to go check out Corvin's Steve Park Justice 4 playthrough. There's the Multiverse event coming up very soon, which sounds much more grander than it actually is, but it still be a lot of fun. And yeah, I will see you very soon in Richmond.